With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Red, cycle.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Boye Mafe able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lance, he finds his target. It's Schultz.
Here we go.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Right.
Lance looking to throw it. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Walker to start the drive. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Blue striker.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. A tackle made by Boye Mafe. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
Down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey,
And the slot man goes in motion left.
go right.
Slot man moves right.
Smith right. Ready?
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard. For the Seahawks, they were very good in a victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Yo, blue. Steel, black. Ready.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Watch out now. 52. Drill green. Claude red. Ready?
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they work this down inside the 30.
Striker, 3-3. Opposite, 3.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Black ultra. Ready.
First down, here's Mitchell. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, you. 6, 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up
from last week. I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out too.
Ready.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
And that punch coming in, I have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hurry, hurry.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On the set.
2nd and 9.
Ten cycles. Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On third down, here's Mitchell. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, Mitchell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Right back to Mitchell here. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Stop. 17.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Red cycle.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. A give running right is Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Off of play action, here's Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. The Seahawks are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Ready.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Set, ready. Fight, 60. Ready?
On third down, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Right.
Lance now on first down. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Lance again going to keep it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a play fake. Lance. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Even against double covering for a noticeable gain.
Red.
On first down, Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darrell Taylor just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Ready up.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Blue striker. Black shot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
An old school.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Mitchell. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And that flag accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On the ready.
Lance and company going on 4th down. It's Rodgers here with a grab. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Lance. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
After the sack on 1st down, Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here we go.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Claws red.
Now Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here we go. Black open. 6, mega.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. That is taken in by Rodgers.
Down.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Strike 2. Red cycle.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set, hut. You, yellow. White, white.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On the set.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Black, red. Set, hut.
And Lance going to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Black shot.
Throwing now is Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Plastic stick. Needle blue.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Runs home. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. There was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Niners are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
From just shy of midfield, Lance. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Here we go.
And this offense on third down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7.
Field, black. Field, green.
And Lance now to throw. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They run over center with Mitchell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Strikers, 3-3.
Once again, it's Mitchell. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Guard red.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Blue check.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Rodgers to return it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray. his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Ready, ready.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Ready.
They run again with Walker. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Lance looking to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lance. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Strike 2. Ready?
Desperation time here. Lance. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Set, hut.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's a potentially fatal blow.